Reggie Hill.
If you live anywhere in the Dallas area, I mean, you know Reggie. I feel like everyone knows Reggie. Kind of one of the guys that helps build the passion for the sport, at least like when I was at UNT all the time teaching. He was just always there, bringing the energy to everyone around. I mean, like everyone in the whole Metroplex knows this guy. So Reggie, badass dude. How old are you?
Shoot, 65.
65.
Yeah.
You hear that, Dad? You got no excuse. Yeah, ain't got no excuse, man. But yeah, whatever. Let's just talk. Just pretend it ain't even there.
Well, you know, it's great to be out here with you, man, Jaron. I mean, I haven't talked in a long time. We converse back and forth on Facebook at different means. And man, I'm so happy to see you, number one. You know, and I'm glad you still look alive and well, look fit as usual and everything. And we was out here having a good time, you know, talking and, you know, conversing and fellowshipping and talking about the game of tennis and, you know, hit some balls or whatever, you know, just enjoying the game today, this morning.
Yeah. That's why I had to turn the camera on because you just started talking about tennis. And I was like, what was I trying to get you to? You were talking about your tennis at 14. That's when you started playing.
Yes, yeah. You know, I started playing tennis at 14 and a half years old. And the reason why I started it because my mom told me, hey, you got to get out of the house. You got to do something. You're not going to play football. You're not going to play anything like that. So you forget it. So I got something for you to do. You're going to play tennis. I said, what? Yes, you're going to play. You're going to do something. So I reluctantly said, well, okay, I'll go on and try it. So I took my first lesson at the local high school down the road in El Paso, Texas. That's where I was from. So we went to Eastwood High, and I went out there and, just to see what it's all about. And man, I saw a lot of kids. I said, wait a minute, this game must be something special here. Slowly but surely, I started liking it. Just a lot of energy in this game. So as the days went along, I started liking it more and more and more and more. And then I got so engulfed in it that I wanted to be really good at it. So I told my mother, I said, you know, I want to be really good. I want to go, you know, make something out of this. So she said, son, we'll give you some lessons and, you know, some private lessons, you know, for once a week. And I said, well, let me tell you one thing. We're not going to go all over the place, play tournaments all over the place and all this stuff. You're going to play tournaments in the area. That's all you're going to do, okay? Everything else is up to you. I said, okay, that's fine, you know. So I did it, kept playing and kept playing. I kept liking it. My best friend was, not a human being in this game now. It was that daggum wall. The wall was my best friend. Every lesson I had, I went straight to the wall. Practicing hours after hours every day, just hitting the stroke. Wherever I learned that particular day, I just hit that ball, boom. Volleys, forehand, backhand, serve. I did it all that. And that really built my game up to a level that I could never believe. 14.5 till I was 18. I was from a nothing, a beginner, just a nothing, to a collegiate level player in a matter of maybe 4.5 years. Because I worked my butt off. And I tell a lot of kids, I don't want to bust anybody's bubble, but that's not my thing. They said, what you want to make out? What you want to be? What you want to do with this game? Where you want to go with it? And I tell these kids, well, I want to play college, or I want to play pro, whatever. Okay, if you want to play at a high level, college on up, you got to put in the work and put in the time, and you got to listen. You got to listen to instruction, and you got to go by the instruction, and you got to practice that instruction until you really grasp it and really put it into play and have confidence in it when you're playing it. Don't never, when somebody teaches you something, never tell yourself that, you know what, I can't do this or I want to change this, whatever. Stay focused, stay centered, and I guarantee you your game will improve.
We need to just hire Reggie for public speaking in tennis and motivational speaking. You mentioned, where did you play college? You mentioned college tennis.
Well, yeah. I played, I started off junior college first after high school. I was in high school, I wasn't a ranked player. I wasn't ranked in state and like that. Because back in the 70s, you know, we had, it wasn't super champ and all that stuff.
They don't even do that in Colorado. They do like levels.
Yeah, it was no level. Yeah, you know,
weird.
Everybody's grouped into one. So boys, I could be a beginner and play a tournament, and I could play against a kid is number one in the country. I got beat 0-0. I couldn't register it.
You didn't get golden set it, did you?
I didn't go, it wasn't a golden set, but it was dang near what. And this guy, I guess, I don't know who this guy was, but he was dang good. I went to the net, he passed me over my head, aced me. He did everything. But I learned a lesson from that, though. That didn't discourage me. I said, you know what? My mom told me, yeah, you get your butt waxed. I said, okay. I said, well, you know what? That defeat is not going to make me quit this game. That's something, you know, and I have in my mind, you know what? Because I may do that to somebody one of these days. You know, and that's just part of the game.
You probably have.
You know,
Right.
so you know, so that's part of the game. Just like life, that happens. It can knock you down, and you can get right back up again. So you know, that should be a certain point for you, you know, to play better tennis.
What kind of keeps you in it still? Like, what do you think is the reason you love this sport? Like, what brings you staying in the game? I mean, you're pretty much living on the court. I mean, at least when I was living here in Texas, we're in Texas, by the way. Like every time I went to the tennis center, Reggie was there. He was hitting with someone, man, just always on court. I mean, I'll post a video where he's hitting 5 balls and you were doing burpees, like push-ups. I was like, dude.
Oh yeah. You know, I just love the challenge of the game, man. It's fun. It keeps me in shape. It keeps me centered. It's like a Zen type thing. I'm in a different frame of mind of this world, you know. And also I play golf too. I play a lot of sports. I like sports that challenge my mental psyche, you know, something that makes me it makes me grow mentally to a place that I'd never been before, you know, or even I've been before too. So it really makes me feel young. Even though I'm an old man, you know, but whatever. I feel the game of tennis makes me feel like I've arrived.
I mean, when you're hitting with high-level players too, you gotta
Hit with high-level players.
Yeah.
You know, I get a lot of that, Jaron. You know, I like hitting with everybody, really. Even through when I was from young to now, I like hitting with people that can't play at all. But let me tell you guys something about that. I hit with folks that can't play well at all to the highest level. You know, college level, or even higher than that. And I play with both one end to the other end. And you know what? You can get a lot out of each one. When I was young, I played with somebody who wasn't good at all. But that person wasn't that good can help your game. That person can't hit the ball as well. They hit floaters and balls, all you know, off-pace balls and stuff like that. Those kind of balls may give you problems. Then you hit with somebody really, really good. You know, they could place the ball really well. They hit it deep and all that. So all those things are good for you. You know. So I never tell folks you can get a lot out of the game by hitting with different levels of folks.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing. You know, your game would improve that way.
I think they want to be on camera.
I think they do. This is neighborhood park, people. Yeah.
Oh, they want to smell the rackets and the tennis balls. They don't care about us.
And smell my water too.
Oh my gosh, you're so cute.
You see, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, you got 2 cuties. Yes.
Hi.
What's their names?
She's Amber.
Amber?
She's a bit nervous. She's a little nervous. This one's Molly. She's my pro.
No. I can tell you from England. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I got an accent. I like
All
it.
the time, though.
That's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now we got to introduce you from England.
From
All
England,
right.
yeah, from the merry old England, for the motherland, huh?
What do you? How long have you been in the States?
40 years. 41 years.
41 years.
Oh,
Okay.
she's just a baby. She's just a baby, you know. Yeah, that's what she is. She just.
That's a lot of my life.
Hi.
This one's my nervous one. She's about 6 years old.
That's the nervous one.
She's the brave one, man. She's checking.
She was a breeding dog. This one was found in the street.
Wow. Okay.
Both therapy dogs.
Oh, therapy. Oh, yeah. You know what? Those dogs are a lot. I see a lot of people have dogs like that. That's a good thing.
And now I've said my bit. I'm going home.
Okay. Well,
Thank you.
well, it's nice meeting you. Nice meeting you, doggies. Bye bye.
I've got 3 more at home. My granddog.
3 more. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Nice.
See, that's the neighborhood park, people. Hey, that's the neighborhood park.
Dude, this is a really nice park, man. I lived like 3 minutes away.
Yeah.
I never saw these before.
Yeah, these courts been here since like the late 70s, I think 79. You know, when I used to live. Well, my family, we used to live in this neighborhood, and it's you know it's still held up well. Houses still nice. I mean You know,
Yeah,
it's a well.
it's hidden
well
behind the highway. Like
Yeah.
I've never, every time I drove past here, dude, I never knew this existed. It just
Yeah.
stayed out of the way.
Yeah, you know, it's a hidden jewel off the highway. It's a good neighborhood. I like it. You know, I don't live here, but I like it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's good. I mean, anything you want to add?
Man, you know what, Jared? I'm glad you know you're doing this. What you're doing here. This one last thing before we hit. What you're doing here, the YouTube and the stuff you're doing and the videoing. I really love what you're doing because that we're giving people information. We're giving people some joy. We're giving them some. We're giving all these things, and I think that's a good thing that people to see. And we're natural. You can see how we're just talking. You know, we do this all the time.
No script, man.
No script. You know, and that's the beauty of it because, you know, scripted stuff. You know, it's fake to me. So we're doing our thing.
So
Hope you guys like us.
I thought what was always cool was just like everywhere I played, doesn't matter what state, like you're playing with somebody, you get a minute rest in between your sets. Sometimes it'll take 2 minutes and just talk, dude. Like it's just tennis, like you were saying earlier, kind of teaches you a lot of life lessons.
It does.
You'll learn about life through the game of tennis. You know, the people you meet. It's always been like a happy place, right? Like I always consider it my happy place. Like you were saying before she got here about like just hitting with anybody. The way that I was taught is like, dude, it doesn't matter who you hit with because what you're doing out there is you're hitting for yourself, right? If you end up playing a match against someone even below your level, well, work on your serve and volleys the whole match, right? Work on something specific, specific shot. There's always something you can work on towards your game that's going to help you when you play all sorts of different players, right? Like, and you were saying there's different spins at every level. I mean, you'll encounter different play styles, different types of people. I mean, it's just, that's what I think is one of the coolest things about the sport is just kind of discovering your opponent, what they do. It's like a ongoing chess match.
It is.
But like when you're out there just hitting, like if I'm hitting with Reggie right now, I'm focusing on my top spin, what I can do out here. And I like that he can keep up with my top spin. Not a lot of people can keep up with my top spin, so I do enjoy that.
Yeah, because you have a heavy. You have a
I hit a very heavy pace ball. Yeah,
very heavy, which is good because that at the level you like to play, and the level you played because you play collegiate level and higher. You know, that's the kind of ball you see. And, you know, and you know what, people, it takes work to do that. You know, to hit the ball like that. You know, you gotta go to the gym. You got to practice. You got to hit. You know, go to the wall, whatever it takes, and work on those things and hit the ball like that. You could do it, but those are things you got to do. It's fun.
Yeah. All right. And what racket you using now? The Yonex?
Play with the Yonex, man. You know, I'm like with rackets. I change rackets like changing underwear. You know, so I'm playing Yonex now. I'm going back to Yonex. At first, I got rid of them, then I went to another racket. Now I'm back to Yonex again. So.
98. What's the rubber bands?
The rubber bands for a reason. Okay, let me tell you what the rubber bands for. Which is strange. Well, it's my thing. Yeah, everybody look at that. Okay, the rubber band is like I'm a touchy feely guy, so you know I usually grip my racket a little bit, way up more. I kind of like the old Zena Garrison back in the day. She was an ex-professional player, and she likes to grip a racket up, choke it up a little bit higher. So I get better control hitting like this. So when I touch the rubber bands, I can feel that. It's a touchy feely thing. It's just one of my idiosyncrasies. Okay, it's just me. Yeah, no, I would not advise that, but that's how I feel about stuff. So whatever. That's why I had to review.
Hey, that's what's cool. Like I said, you meet all sorts of people, man.
Yeah,
I knew a guy who played. He kept the pinky kind of hanging off like this, but I mean, the kid Adam Fall. I mean, he lives in El Paso, kind of where you're from.
Okay.
I've never experienced forehands like his. He holds it like that, but I mean, it kicks up so damn high. I still to this day have never played someone with a forehand as heavy topspin as his. But yeah, he holds it very weird. I remember it was something like this, and he does a weird.
He's like do it.
Yeah, it's cool to see different styles, how people do that stuff.
I know folks.
I want Reggie to hit with it. I
think
think this is one of the best rackets ever made. It's 1820, and so I've lowered the tension kind of like Manarino, like 42 pounds.
Oh, 42.
So yeah, wow. Dude. Well, yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I started with that, and then I fell in love with the string, and now I feel like it has so much control and spin potential that I haven't gone away from it for years.
Okay, I'll try this bad boy out, see what it does.
But yeah, I'm curious to see what you think about it.
It looks like it's pretty well balanced. It's like, you know, it's kind of, I don't know if it's stiff or not, but that doesn't matter because you can control that stiffness and by tension to strength. So that could kind of alter that a little bit. But other than that, this racket looks like a prototype. It looks like to me a Kinex prototype way it's shaped, but it's a good stick.
All right, cool. All right, well, I think we're good, man. So
okay,
shoot,
well,
we can start hitting.
All right.
We probably should stretch. It's early.
Yeah, we got to stretch a little bit. I got to stretch some more, you know.
I was waiting for you to want water.
It's water now.
I was like, but if I say it first.
Well, that was my game back then. I was a counterpuncher. That was
50-ball rallies.
I was a true counterpuncher in college.
Make someone run a marathon.
I was a good number 6 guy. I beat you all day long. I tell my opponents, I said, look, I guarantee this match will last 2 or 3 hours. He said, no, it won't. He said, well.
You got dinner at 6?
You say what now?
You're like telling them like you got dinner at 6 because you're gonna be here.
Yeah.
You're gonna be here a while.